What's the quickest way to communicate intent? Well, how do we humans communicate intent? We talk or write. In other words, we use a lot of words, or rather, we tell stories, give examples. We explain by giving examples. And that's what we need to do with the bots as well. We tell them what we need. We could write detailed specs, and sometimes it's part of the communication, but it's better to give examples. Examples establish patterns, and bots are good at recognizing and applying patterns, as we all know. The right question is not how do we make AI understand what we need. The right question is how do we make the bot, which is basically a transformer, apply a pattern. How do we do that? By giving examples. And if it still doesn't apply our intended pattern, we need to refine our pattern. This is a page generated by Claude Sonnet that is exactly using a grid as I wanted, with sorting and filtering and column selection exactly as I wanted. So how was AI able to create this with very little specification? Here, this is all the specification I gave it. I gave it an example. I said, like all tables in the application, columns are sortable and rows can be filtered, like demonstrated on the demo page. What is the demo page? Well, not accessible via the menu, but in this solution, there is a page that already shows how to do the sorting, filtering, and column configuration. So Claude was fully capable to copy that pattern and apply it in the new situation. That's the good part. The not so good part was that I also put export in here, and what it does is simply export the information that's visible on the screen. But unfortunately, the pattern was not clear enough, saying that I wanted export with an example didn't work completely. It did generate an Excel file with the required columns, but the columns data was not in the right column, as illustrated in the video that I made earlier. So what I did next was point out the bug, let the AI fix it, and in that way create a new pattern, because now there is an example with a working export and also a test that really tests whether the export works. And for the next grid, I can refer to this pattern. I have made it part of my specifications. So I work from pattern to pattern, creating a better pattern over time. And this is how we humans learn too. We get an experience, we get a pattern, and we apply it the next time. We are also pattern completers.